Hi everybody, Brie Lauren here again, and I have gotten a lot of persons asking about what I did to lose today it's 20 pounds down today, but a lot of persons were asking me how I did it and to explain to them what the intermittent fasting was all about. So I'm not going to be long. This is going to be very quick and straight to the point. So let's dive right in. So I started my journey about April, well, my official journey, because I have been trying to lose weight my entire life. It's been up and down for years, but I started this one in mid-April. And I started with the 16-8 method of intermittent fasting. And for those who don't know, I ate for 8 hours and I fasted for 16. Half of the 16 was your sleep, so this was the best plan to start with. For the 8 hours, I would start eating around 12, and I would make sure that my meals ended by 8, sometimes even before that. I did that. During the fasting though, I was always at a caloric deficit. At the beginning, I was on keto for about 3 weeks, so definitely at a caloric deficit. No carbs, no sugars. However, not sustainable. Not knocking the keto diet. It's great for some people. Some people make it a lifestyle, but it just wasn't for me. So with that said, I was always at a caloric deficit, even with the 16 and 8. What I did though with that method, each week I took it down, sometimes even less than a week. So I started at 16-8. So I would start eating at 12 and at 8, and then I would start eating at 2 and at 6, and then I would start eating at 4 and at 5, and I slowly and gradually made my way into OMAD, 1 meal a day. This was it was not as hard to transition because I had already gotten accustomed to eating in windows, and like I said, I did this gradually. So when I started the 1 meal a day, I was trying to get all of my calories in that one meal. That was not the case, and of course 1 meal a day is a way for you to cut calories, because it's almost impossible to eat that amount of calories at one time. I would say though, with your 1 meal a day, you're not just going to eat junk food, a bunch of carbs, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, pizza. No, I still stayed within my caloric deficit. As a matter of fact, for the first week of OMAD, I still was on the ketogenic diet. So I did 1 meal, and it was a keto meal. I then transitioned because, like I said, I knew that I didn't want the ketogenic diet to be forever for me. I just needed it to start to accelerate my weight loss journey, and then I would transition, and that I did. So in my second week of OMAD, I would eat balanced meals. I would have fruits, vegetables, carbohydrates, but it was never overboard. I have not eaten pasta. I didn't eat bread, but sometimes I would have some jasmine rice, sometimes I would have sweet potatoes, sometimes I would have pumpkin, sometimes I had just broccoli and a salad. It depends on how I felt on that specific day, but again, I was always at a caloric deficit. So along with that, during the window of fasting, I drank a gallon of water, and I infused it with lemon and cucumber, and it was very refreshing. For those who don't like water, this would be a good alternative for you because it adds a bit of flavor. I strictly drink water. I don't drink juice or soda, so it was easy for me, and the infusion was just a kick. It gave me energy, it detoxed me, it was refreshing, like I said. So I drank that during the day, and on my 1 meal I would try to eat within the hour, and then that was it for me, and I did that for a while. What intermittent fasting did and does is it depletes the level of glucose in glycogen inside of your body, and your body, instead of storing the fat, it uses the fat for energy. It's like fuel, right? So it's sort of like what the ketogenic diet does. The high fat intake causes your body to burn it instead of carbohydrates, And the intermittent fasting was perfect for me because it was a bit of normalcy. I was allowed to eat foods that I like I mentioned in previous videos. I would have dessert on occasion. I was able to have a cheat meal every once in a while, but the scale consistently went down because not only are you on a caloric deficit, you're also burning fat continuously, and that's the beauty of OMAD. So along with that, I did exercise, but the key thing that I did, I ran stairs. So at home, I would run the stairs 30 times. Not every day. I would start it and at about 3 days a week, but this was a game changer for me. And I read about running stairs, and it was in fact the best cardio over the treadmill, over just walking. And no offense to any of those things, but I just wanted something that would keep my body lean, keep my muscle mass, keep my legs looking good, but still drop some pounds. And I did that, and following the 30 times up and down, I would do a bit of insanity workouts, some high intensity workouts. I did keep active. Some days I had to push, I didn't feel like doing it, but the beauty of intermittent fasting and OMAD especially is you have tons of energy. I was so energized, I was so pumped, and it made me want to go the extra mile more than ever. So I would recommend anyone who wants to lose some weight, but you don't necessarily want to go on a strict diet, try this. This works, okay? You can also add it to a detox, and that would help as well because you're flushing out your body, and your body is using your fat in that has been stored for energy, and it burns and burns and burns. So I would encourage anyone, get into intermittent fasting. You don't have to start at alternating fasting. Oh, I didn't mention, I ended with alternate day fasting. For my followers, you know that I've started the singular journey 2 days ago, but prior to that I was on alternate day fasting. So I ate one day, I fasted one day, I ate one day, I fasted one day. This may sound horrid for some people, but it is doable. Again, I transitioned from 16-8, I went to 1 meal a day, and then I went to alternate day fasting. That was, I think that's what took me over my plateau, because I realized that I was sticking at that 10 to 12 pound loss, and I wasn't moving as fast. But when I started that OMAD, the pounds started to just come off and my body looked different. I would say when you're fasting, do not concentrate too much on the scale, because what fasting does is it allows you to keep your leanness, and it allows you to keep your muscle mass. Unlike just being on a regular diet and exercise, fasting makes your body look better and look healthier. So I noticed that even though the scale wasn't going down as fast on the 16-8 and the 1 meal a day, my clothes started to fit properly. Some things started to be big. My face got slender, my neck got slender. I looked better. Even though the scale was not depicting this, my clothes was, and pictures were definitely showing. So I wouldn't go scale crazy. That's why 20 pounds on the scale to me is much more than that, because I still have muscle. So a lot of my weight is not, some of it, sorry, is still muscle, versus a regular diet but you just drop. So I didn't go scale crazy. At some points my mom would ask me, so how much have you lost so far? Where are you at now? And I told her I stopped looking at it because my body felt better, my waistline was going down, my thighs were going down, my hips were going down, and the scale wasn't showing this as fast as the pictures were, but the pictures were encouraging me, the measurements were encouraging me. So I would tell you, get into intermittent fasting. If you had any questions about it, take it from me, start today. Do your research, watch your videos. I did that. I started my research on fasting about a year and a half ago, so I'm well read on the topic. So I did a lot of reading, I did a lot of YouTube videos, I follow a lot of bloggers who live by the fasting lifestyle. After my singular journey, I will be doing the alternate day fasting for a few more months. I think that I can do OMAD forever. It's doable, and it feels good, and you're healthy, and you're not depriving yourself, and you're still able to eat the foods that you like. So please, everyone, get into it. It is awesome, and I would recommend it for anyone. Not only does it help you to lose weight, but it heals the body. It gives the body time. The time of fasting is allowing your body to rest, and it's not continuously working. Every time you put a bite of food in your mouth, your body now has to start over trying to work this food off. Fasting gives your body a break. It heals your body, it heals your cells, it regenerates your cells. Persons with diabetes have gone on intermittent fasting, OMAD specifically, and they're now off of insulin and shots and pills. This is the real deal, guys. If you just want to get healthy and in shape at the same time, try intermittent fasting. I swear by it. I endorse it. Get into it. Thank you for watching. I just want you to like, subscribe, and share, and just continue on with my journey. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.